Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. Today I want to talk about a data analysis about employee attrition for the Frito-Lay Corporation. In this analysis we will be looking at the different parameters correlated to employee attrition. My name is Carlos Esteves. I'm working as a data scientist for the DDA Analytics organization. Now let's explore the objectives. First of all, we are going to introduce employee attrition. Then we will provide an analysis about employee attrition in the Frito-Lay organization. Afterwards, we will identify the different factors related to employee attrition. We are going to receive a data set from the Frito-Lay organization and we will conduct the analysis with this data. Afterwards, we will build two models. The first model will be a classifier. It will predict attrition using these parameters, and the second one will predict monthly income. This is a linear regression model. And finally, we will provide different recommendations and insight about how to minimize attrition in the Frito-Lay organization. Okay, let's begin to set the foundations of this data analysis. First of all, we're going to take a look at the data set that we have received from the Frito-Lay organization. Right, we have pulled this data from Amazon S3. We have 870 observations. We have 36 parameters, and we don't have any missing value. This is very good. However, the data in terms of the attrition class is imbalanced, right? And we need to deal with this problem because we are pretending to build a classifier, and in terms of classifiers and models to predict classifications, we need to have a data set that is balanced, right? We have 730 no's and 140 yeses, right? We are gonna use a technique called named oversampling, right, in order to deal with this. As we were explaining before, we need to use oversampling in order to balance the data set. This is how we have our data set, right? And we need to balance the data set for our classifier, right? We apply oversampling. This is what we have before, and this is what we have after we apply this procedure, right? We have 730 no's and 730 yeses, right? If you want to delve deeper into this procedure, at the end of the presentation, we have attached several documentations, and you can look into that. Now let's take a look at the different parameters that we have identified that contribute to attrition. First of all, monthly income. Then we have work overtime and stock option. These are the three most important parameters in terms of employee attrition. We also have undefined other parameters, right, that we are taking into consideration in our models, right, like years at the company, job satisfaction, marital status, and job level. However, these parameters are the most important one. We can see here in the plot that as the employees make more money in the company, they have less chance of quitting and resigning. We also use y-square distribution to validate the different parameters that we have selected for our models, because we want to reinforce this analysis. If you want more information about this, you can go at the end of the presentation. Now we are going to give our recommendations based on the factors that we have previously defined. First of all, working overtime. Working overtime is a major factor in relation to employee attrition. Almost 71% of employees working overtime, they quit the organization. Another important point is the job roles. Research scientists and executives and sales executives, they have the high chance of leaving the company, almost 24%. Our recommendation, reduce the working overtime, especially for these positions. Okay, let's see more recommendations. Entry employees have the high chance of leaving the company. Almost 62% of the new employees quit. On top of that, they make less than 5,000 monthly, right? Our recommendation, increase the salary of the new employees, maybe create more incentives, right? And new people, young people, they like training programs, right? And the company can provide more benefits such as health insurance coverage, discounts in different places, in general, provide more benefits to the new employees in order to decrease employee attrition. Our final recommendation is to create more incentives for young people. 30 years old employees have the high chance of leaving the company. All this means that young employees don't stay too long in the company. Recommendations: create more incentives for young people, provide more training programs, provide more challenging projects, and create more freedom. Maybe working from home is a leverage for these people. Now we are going to explore the application that we have designed and the different models we have built to predict attrition and monthly income for the Frito-Lay Corporation, right? First of all, we are going to load the data, right? The data set. And here is the indication that the data set has been loaded and pulled from Amazon S3. Then we have to set the model, right? These are the different parameters that we have established previously. We tried with 3 different models. However, in terms of the more efficiency and effectiveness, K&M was the best model, right? We're gonna hit run, and we can see right away that we have a great accuracy of 81%, and a specificity of 97% and 65% for sensitivity, right? These are the results of the other models. Naive Bayes is very good, right? But it's not as good as K&N, and logistic regression, and this is not good. Okay, let's go to attrition predictor. This is a predictor that we have built for the organization, right? Let's say we have an employee named Carlos Esteves, right? Let's say that this person is making $6,000 monthly, right? These are the different parameters that we can adjust, but let's just run the simulation. We can see that there's a high chance that this person might resign, right? Because he's working overtime. However, for example, if we select if we say no, right, and we increase the salary of this person, right, and run simulation, then this person will not leave the company, right? So you can play around. You are very welcome to play around with the application and the different parameters that we have established. Finally, this is our monthly income predictor. Now, right here we can see that based on this job level, this person might have the chance of making $9,000, almost $10,000. However, if we increase the position of this person, right, in the company, we can see right away that the salary increases, right? Okay, thank you for your attention, and see you next time.